It's been a year since Poco F3 has been launched, and today I am going to review you my Poco F3 right here. And I bought this smartphone June 3, 2022, which is a month old, and I'm going to review it on my own experience, but not just on my own experience, but the whole smartphone itself. My name is Delphin, and you're watching Hikarupasstalime. Let's get started. We're not going to do unboxing today since I unboxed it a month ago, and we're going to talk about the insides of the box. We do have the 33-watt charger, and yes, with a USB Type-C right here. And we do have the jelly case itself, which again, it's turning yellow since I use it over a month now. And we do have the phone itself. We're going to talk about the design of the smartphone. The smartphone I've got is deep ocean blue, and we do have the three rest of others: the Arctic white, moonlight silver, and night black. And yes, the deep ocean blue is what I picked on this design, so we're going to talk about the design. The design is just like a normal flagship device rather than just being a gaming smartphone. The cameras are big. It's just like it has the same resemblance to the Xiaomi Mi 11. The design is also very flashy compared to some other variants who focus on simplicity. Instead of judging by its design, the device feels so premium. The build quality here is compromised. We do have plastic frame, which again, it doesn't feel premium, but what do you expect for a cheap price like this? However, the premiumness was nailed at the back of the phone. The phone is made out of glass, which nails the build quality. However, not to mention, at that price point, this device has protected with Gorilla Glass 5 protection. Due to its curvy design, the device is comfortable to hold, but not to mention that the device is also slippery at the same time. Not to mention that the design of the smartphone is similar to its Chinese predecessor, Redmi K40. The display is amazingly bright. We do have 1300 nits, 120Hz, HDR10+, 1080p, 6.67 inches AMOLED display. We do also have 360Hz touch sampling rate, which is not just smooth, but also responsive. The AMOLED display is vibrant, it delivers good color and better graphics as you play the game and watching videos. The MMC display can easily upscale to 120 FPS if you set it on 120 FPS. However, there are some inconsistencies on the MMC. As you open the video, it's smooth, but when you observe it, there are some frame drop as you might expect it. Don't get me wrong, I mean, the MMC display is quite useful to some, but sometimes it's so inconsistent that I'm a bit disappointed. The fingerprint scanner is also responsive, but it's also satisfying to watch because of the super wallpaper. The phone has stereo speakers, noise cancelling microphone, IR blaster, and a dual SIM card. Also, this phone has Dolby Atmos, which enhances sound quality. The audio quality is decent, however, there is no bass without the Dolby Atmos. But with Dolby Atmos, yep, there's still no bass, but it gets the job done to enhance the audio quality. I think with Dolby Atmos, it enhances sound quality, but the volume is lighter down. Maybe comment your opinions, I don't know. Maybe it's just me or the Dolby Atmos itself. The Poco F3 is powered with Snapdragon 870, which is it's par between the Snapdragon 865 and the Snapdragon 888. However, the performance is still exactly the same as the Snapdragon 865. It's like a flagship chipset on a mid-range budget. In today's update, the phone is powered with MIUI 13. MIUI 13 is abbreviated to Android 13. However, The Poco F3 is now powered with Android 12. The MIUI 13 skin is like adding joy to your life. It adds more personality and more fun. Also, the customization is like endless. We do have endless wallpapers. We do have super wallpapers, which is always featured on the system. And we do have always on display customizations. The gaming performance of the smartphone is also smooth even at the highest settings of Genshin Impact at 60 FPS. However, there may be slight jitters and slight inconsistencies on the frame rate. Performance-wise, everything is smooth on the MIUI 13. Remember, MIUI is not perfect. There is lacking of animations, there is jitters in the animations, advertisements are everywhere. However, I don't mind advertisements as long as they don't advertise the malware. Optimizations are decent, not from like Realme UI and One UI's par with optimizations, but the stability of the OS itself is not really stabilized. It's quite severe today, huh? Okay, the major issues why I'm saying it's not stabilized is that some of the user experience this is dead boots and boot loops, which I do not encounter. Some of the Xiaomi users experience that issue and some of the Xiaomi users do not experience that issue. Hopefully I will tell that they need to address that issue quickly as soon as they can, because dead boots and boot loops are considered a threat to the system. Let's talk about the cameras. How good are they? We have 48 megapixel camera, 8 megapixel ultra wide and 2 megapixel macro lens. For a cheaper smartphone like this, it looks decent. However, there are some inconsistencies with the image. The cameras are good and extremely detailed. The 48MP is also detailed even in zoom. The ultra-wide is also detailed, but at the same time it's shifting colors, which again is inconsistent. Night mode is great on great lighting, but bad on low light. The 2MP macro camera are also sharp and well detailed, and that's shoot from my shirt. The phone has 4520 mAh battery, which is again it's decent battery life. It can actually last long if you are on 60 Hz and cannot last long if you are 120 Hz. But despite of that battery, we do have 33 watts of fast charging, which is again quite fast for 52 minutes as they advertise it. Thus, this smartphone is a beast in the year 2022? Yes. I mean, despite of this major software letdown, the Poco F3 is a good phone. But yeah, speaking of software letdown, Xiaomi needs to fix this issue on their MIUI and the dead boots and boot loops on their device. Second conclusion is that the smartphone is still focused on processing power rather than just cameras. Even though that the cameras are great, there are some inconsistencies with the cameras itself, and sometimes there is a loss of a detail on the Poco F3. We do have Poco F4, which is another upcoming smartphone. However, the specs is still literally the same as the Poco F3. The Poco F4 has a slight upgrades and slight downgrades. The Poco F4's battery is a slight downgrade. The Poco F3 has 4520 mAh. The Poco F4 has 4500 mAh only. But the slight upgrade is the charger. They changed it from 33 watts on the Poco F3 to 67 watts on the Poco F4, which again 38 minutes as advertised. It's pretty fast. The cameras are also a slight upgrade. The Poco F3 has 48 megapixels. The Poco F4 has 64 megapixels. Poco F3 has EIS. The Poco F4 has OIS. The screen is just literally the same. However, they are both same powered with MIUI 13 now on both Poco F3 and Poco F4. However, should you change your device from Poco F3 to Poco F4, The answer is no. The Poco F3 has everything you need. It has the same specs as the Poco F4, same MIUI 13 software, but there is slight changes that the Poco F3 doesn't have. However, you can still buy the Poco F4 because the Poco F3 stocks are now gone. But still, the cameras of the Poco F3 are rather good, but the Poco F3 and F4 are still focused on processing power. And this is Del from Ransil. Goodbye.